Hello friends, welcome to our online course on non-conventional machining. In continuation of my previous lecture about chemical machining, today we will discuss about photochemical machining, that is a PCM. Photochemical machining, also known as a photochemical milling or photo etching. Okay, so it is a chemical milling process which is used to fabricate sheet metal components using a photoresist and etchant, okay, to corrosively machine away selected areas. This process emerged uh, in the 1960s as an offset of the printed circuit board industry. Photochemical machining is a variation of chemical milling or chemical machining where the chemical resistant mask is applied to the workpiece by photographic technique, and the two processes are quite similar because they both use chemicals to remove the metal by the chemical dissolution action, and some of the steps required in both cases are similar, as we know that. Then this chemical machining is usually used on three-dimensional parts which are originally formed by another manufacturing processes such as forging and casting of the irregular shapes. As with photochemical machining, areas not to be machined are masked from the chemical dissolution action of the chemical solution. This PCM creates new parts from the thin materials rather than simply smoothing or altering parts formed by the other manufacturing method. So this about the introduction. Again, the this process is sometimes called photo uh, blanking, photochemical blanking, because flat and thin gauge complex parts can be machined to high precision in a thickness ranging from 0.013 to 1.5 mm. Sometimes PCM technique is used to surface each components with lettering or engraving, or we can say uh, graphics, where the agent works it away to the only certain depth in the material. Uh, if you compare our photochemical machining as well as the chemical milling process with the photo forming, these are the different from this because in photo forming components are removed from the mandrel after the proper thickness of material has been deposited. So PCM and chemical milling both are uh, different from the photo forming. So this is about the PCM. Okay, now let us discuss in detail the how we have to carry the process of PCM. Now here I have shown the flow diagram of the process or steps. We have to start with the part drawing. So here in this figure I have shown the flow diagram of PCM process. The first step include the production of the required shape on the photographic film or glass plate. So it is called the photo tool. You can use CAD artwork, okay, for creation of the required part shape, which is used as a primary image for the photo tool. Then the sheet metal is need to be cleaned with the help of chemical, and then we have to coat it with the light sensitive photoresist film. So there may be two types of the photoresist, negative photoresist and positive photoresist. You can choose depending upon the your product. So the photoresist will adhere to the part surface, and which will act as a tensile resistant, protecting the surface during the etching action. In some cases, the photoresist is a liquid, and the part has to be deep, and we have to coat it and dry that part. Most of time, photo tools are used in precisely registered pairs. Okay, that means the one on the top and one on the bottom. with the material to be machined, either sandwiched in between. So after that, we have to move for the lamination. That is the resist laminated or coated metal we have to place under the photo tool, and that should be exposed in a vacuum with the help of the UV light source. Okay, this transport the image precisely onto the resist, and after developing, uh, you will get a replica of the desired geometry. The exposed image is then developed by the immersion or spraying. Okay, so each photoresist has its own developing solution, such as water, alkaline solution, then hydrocarbon you can use, or solvent also you can use. Okay, the exposed material is then we have to wash to remove the unexposed photoresist. Okay, on the areas to be chemically changed. Okay, so this is about the uh, step in the PCM. Then the imaged metal we have to pass through the acid, or you can go for the spraying of the edge, uh, or you can dip the that metal. Okay, with the help of the selectively dissolved. Then you can use various etchant, which are available for different materials. The right choice of the etchant, it is depend on the different issues such as cost, quality, depth of each, and rate of the material removal. So after applying that etchant by immersion or spraying, part are rinsed and you have to dry it. Then protective resistance is removed from the machine part with chemical or with mechanical technique along with chemicals, and after that stripping you will get the finished part. So this is a total process or steps that we have to be followed during the photochemical machining. So here I have shown the one diagram which gives the photochemical etching. So you can start with the as I just I have mentioned that start with the cleaning of the workpiece. Then you have to dip or spray the workpiece to apply the coating. Then you to apply the negative surface, that is the photoresist. Okay, so you have to apply on both sides, then you have to expose with the UV rays. Okay, so at the end you can dip the each end. Okay, and after that we have to strip out the mask. Okay, then you will get the finished product. So at the end you will get the finished product. So this is a photochemical etching. Again, I have shown the one more example here. If you use the negative photoresist, what will happen? And if you use the positive photoresist, then what will happen? So you can see here. Okay, in first diagram, see, you have to start with the exposing, then you have to develop, then you have to go for the etching, and you have to strip out the masking. So you will get the final product. Okay, so this is the steps. Now we'll discuss applications of PCM. Okay, so aluminum, copper, zinc, steel, lead, again nickel, titanium, molybdenum, zirconium, glass, ceramics, and some plastic can be machined using this photochemical machining. Then very high tempered or brittle materials are excellent candidate for the PCM, because traditional machining causes breakage or trace concentration points in that material. Again, this process also works well for springing material which are difficult to punch. Then this PCM lend itself for decorative and graphics industries where signs and labels are produced. So about this I have shown one figure in next slide. Then again, materials undergoing PCM must be thin with a thickness between 0.013 to 1.5 mm. Metal must also be flat so that they can later be bent to shape and assembled into the other components. Okay, so different products you can manufacture using this PCM machining for different applications such as for the electronics, automotive, aerospace, telecommunications, computer, medical, and other industry purpose. You can use the components. So components means typical components include the filters and screens, gaskets, lead frames, contacts, connectors, probes, and flat springs. So these are the components which we can manufacture using the our photochemical machining. So example of manufactured product using the PCM I have shown in this figure. You can see here. So different at here one shape is that circular, then washer type shape is there, then screen type is there. So these parts we can manufacture using the our PCM technique. Let us move for the last part, that is the advantages. So in addition to general advantages of chemical machining, this photochemical machining gives the different merits or advantages. In that first is the relative low cost per unit, especially at low production volumes of complex designs, because of the tooling used is very expensive as compared to sharing punches and dies. Then lead times are often small, which is if you compare that required by the process that require hard tooling. Some design changes require simple alternatives to the PCM process, such as the time of the etch or the type of etchant, which change feature such as uh, hole size and depth of each. Okay, so another advantage is final parts which are produced in the same manner as a prototype. Then this process is burr free. It does not change the hardness, grain structure, or ductility of the metal, uh, while metal sharing imparts stresses in the component, and laser machining creates a heat affected zone. So this is a disadvantage about the other processes we can overcome using this. Then because of tooling is made by the photographic technique, patterns can be reproduced easily. So this is the main advantage of the PCM technique. Okay, so this is about the our today's lecture, that is a photochemical machining. Thank you for watching this video.
Hopefully you might have enjoyed the lecture. Then please do like the video and know your thoughts in comments. Please do share this video among your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. After subscription you can press the bell icon to never miss the notification regarding our new videos. Thank you so much.